All right, Jill. Man, don't give me no fresh bottle of Lysol. What y'all on? And Dizzle. Yo, 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 yo. Wagwan.
15 southbound past Wyrick, blocking the two left lanes, delays away from Magnolia Avenue, and out to Silver Lake. We're heading to the 101, northbound at Silver Lake Boulevard. That's a wreck. The right lane has been blocked. They're trying to clear everything to the shoulder, and delays are backing up out of downtown Los Angeles.
Is your concrete cracking? Is your uneven walkway dangerous? Do you need to level that concrete porch or patio? Contact Groundworks.
What up,
Suge? Experts. Riverside. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com.
Out to Lazy.
Hey, man. Hey, what's up? What station you listening to? Man, you don't know? That's Talk Radio. KBLA, 1580 AM. Check it out. KBLA, AM. Progressive.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary, and this track right here is the gift one of our devoted listeners presented to us.
Oh.
How cool is that? Having a member of our KBLA delegation write us a song. Stop it! Our listeners love us and there ain't nothing we can do about it. Wouldn't want to. Thanks to Cardell and everybody else for turning on KBLA Talk 1580. We love you right black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go.
Hit that like button. What up, what up, what up?
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just
Dre Dog.
ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hit his side of the story. So she's driving me insane, the stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, and I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight.
Girl Dad, what up? What up, everybody? Please hit the like button. Please. Man, I'm good. Working on the radio. Before I kick my man out the door.
The messenger follow me, pulling at the crossroads and it won't make it. Search for escape, find the path we got. He's a light touch, shake you down, and will protect your home. Eyes on the continent of the head, trace away the voices. You ain't making me they stay, so long as you bring the home. He's got the ashes I can't deny. I am a witness, I testify. This song I'm making a sacrifice to the one who can do and undo. I'm going to be reading a quote from my book, I Bring Nothing to the Table. Question. Why do men make me feel inadequate and incompetent when I don't have a job? And what can I say to them? Well, here's my answer. Tell them you don't need a job. You need a man that makes enough money for the both of you. How about that? Then they feel incompetent and inadequate all of a sudden.
Wait, what? Who? What in the feast of Sam Hain is going on? Who is that? Who is that, Andy? Hold on, man. Is it gone? Can I hear it one more time? I gotta digest this. I feel myself hyperventilating. Wait, there's a book? The book is called I Bring Nothing to... Okay. So, like, I have so many friends, man, that are, on the clinical side of the game. I have a lot of friends that are on the spiritual side of the game, the metaphysical side of the game. And oftentimes, we will be so educated or we'll be so spiritual that we're no earthly good, meaning we don't know what's happening in the real world, in real time. This is what's happening on the Abraham Maslow foundational survival side of the game. This is why this particular series that my niece, Attila Phillips, crafted, this week has been flying. There are people out there who ascribe to this belief system. I've never heard of a young lady, or maybe have we played any of those clips before? Because sometimes when it's too toxic, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to stay tapped in. Now, we're on episode 3 of this particular series. Okay, the relationship hustle culture series. How hustle culture impacts our perception on the reality of relationship with self and others. Now, tonight's episode. Oh my God, 1-800-920-1580. I am flummoxed. I'm just flummoxed. Anyway, tonight's episode, Miss Codependent. That's why I love her. An intriguing look at the profitability of performative neediness. Hold on. You mean tell me performative neediness? Is this like cognitive codependence? You know how like a narcissist has something called cognitive empathy, where they can pretend to be empathetic. They're actors of empathy. You're telling me that there's a fake codependent? Listen, man. First off, codependence is tough. It's like an addiction. But you 1-800-920-50. Can somebody save me? Can somebody come in here and help me understand what's going on? What is performative neediness? And how does it differ from having genuine need? Man, is this what's happening in the streets? What I need examples of performative neediness. Are they acting like codependents? I'm confused. When is the last time you heard me stumped? Right? When when was the last time you... Okay, here's some examples of performative neediness. Cognitive codependent? What? Cognitive neediness? Fake need? Sharing struggles on social media to gain likes and followers. Repeatedly expressing difficulties at work to avoid tasks or receive special treatment. Constantly seeking validation, such as fishing for compliments or reassurance. What? Using vulnerability to pressure or guilt others into doing something according to whatever they need, right? I need you to do something. Why do people engage in performative neediness? This is going to be a heavy topic. Lord have mercy. Miss Codependence, that's why I love her. You mean to tell me there are men out there who want codependent women so that they can feel special or validated or, yeah, I like my woman to need me like that. Really? And then there are manhunters out there seeking these guys? Is this real? I need help here. Somebody come in and help. You never see me like this. Now, do you? You never see me like this. The reason why I'm like this is because I really don't understand that, or I don't understand how far relationship has devolved, right? Into this, I'm going to win and get whatever I want by any means necessary. This is a real lifestyle. It appears to be, right? Oh, goodness. Can we all take a minute to breathe? Andy, have you ever experienced this kind of madness? Have you? I'm asking. You said yes? Oh my God. Andy, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I hope that's not the case. Let's get into it. Within the economy of modern intimacy, how many of us have unconsciously swapped authenticity for usefulness and presence for performance, right? Gosh. What we often call love operates less as a sacred communion and more like a covert contract with invisible ink that we really don't need pens to sign, right? One partner performs a need, the other performs indispensability. And underneath this mutual masquerade hides a truth few of us dare to even name. Performative need cells. They're out here in these streets. Not only to the one performing, but to the one watching, responding, and needing to feel needed in return. Dr. David R. Hawkins, you already know I'm going to the consciousness grid, calibrated the emotional vibration of true love at 500, a field characterized by non-possession, presence, and spiritual clarity. not in these streets. Yet many relationships hover far below this consciousness level, this calculated consciousness level, right? Oh my God. Where do you think the average relationship is calibrated according to Dr. David R. Hawking's consciousness grid? I would say fear and below. Fear is at 100, and everything below that is anger, apathy, shame, guilt. Ugh, goodness. Right? Yet many relationships hover far below, entangled in energetic fields of fear, pride, and control. Hawking's work can be found, or his consciousness grid can be found in his book, Power versus Force, The Hidden Determinants of Human Behavior. Right? That's a very powerful book. It was Quincy Jones. He told me to get it. That was the first person that brought it to my attention. And I've been reading that book ever since. In these lower calibrations, Miss Codependent does not simply show need, she commodifies need. Do we still have that clip, Andy and Dizzle? Do we still have that clip? Man, oh man, it's Chevitz. Because look, listen, I'm talking about exactly what can some, let me hear the clip one more time.
Why do men make you feel inadequate and incompetent when you don't have a job? And what can I say to them? Well, here's my answer. Tell them you don't need a job. You need a man that makes enough money for the both of you. How about that? Then they feel incompetent and inadequate.
Oh, Miss Codependent does not simply show need, she commodifies it. And earlier this week, come on, we talked about the corporate relator, right? They're trained by capitalist conditioning to extract worth through output, right? They don't respond from love, but from legacy wounds that whisper, you matter only when you fix, do, or save. Oh my goodness. Ross Rosenberg. You guys know I love Ross Rosenberg. If you haven't gotten his book, right? The Human Magnet Syndrome, right? In his book, he describes this symbiosis as the human magnet syndrome, a magnetic pull between pathological narcissism and pathological self-sacrifice, the codependent. Rosenberg, right? The human magnet syndrome. Both parties perform ancient scripts rehearsed in childhood. As Queen Afua reminds us, we often accept love in the form we first encountered it, even if it hurt. Straight out of her book, Sacred Woman. Thus, the one who performs need reenacts the original plea for attention that went unmet. The one who performs rescue enacts their childhood hope that usefulness might finally bring them unconditional regard. Carl Rogers. Yee. Performative neediness, then, functions not only as a psychological adaptation, but as a relational currency in hustle cultures, right? In the hustle cultures, it's the hustle culture's spiritual stock market, so to speak. All I gotta do is show up and tap dance. All I gotta do is find out. Oh, Lord, don't tell me it's going down like that. All I gotta do is find out who hurt him, what they did to him. Oh, if it was his mama. Oh, Lord, if it was one of his girls. All I gotta do is undo through my fake performance. I gotta make it believable. And he'll save me from the responsibility of being a human being. Oh, God. 1-800-920-1580. We about to get it cracking. Y'all couldn't hear the clips? Hey, y'all couldn't hear the clips? The responsibility of being a human being. Hey, no clips played yet. No clips played except the first one. Oh,
Whenever news breaks while we're on the air, it's a new dawn, a new
sorry.
day for KBLA.
Y'all couldn't hear. What was the name of the young lady?
You're on this journey
Attila?
with us.
It triggered me so bad. Listen, I played it twice.
The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit fvgradio.com.
My bad. I couldn't breathe. I was like, what? A platypus. Nah, I was blown away. Listen, man, I swear to God, I'm about to say something, and I hope it doesn't offend anybody. I try my fucking best to stay as far away from unhealed humans as I possibly can. They're the most dangerous and unpredictable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Any fucking thing can happen. Ooh. Hey, listen. Y'all gonna support tonight? Phone calls, likes, shares. Please. Please. 45 people, 28 likes. Come on, man. You know that it's not possible being a a world we in right now. I got you. Here we go.
There's almost nothing more detrimental to a man than knowing that he's not needed, right? A man wants to contribute. You used the word service before. I would use the word contribute. A man feels purpose through his capacity to contribute to his partner, to his children, to his friends, to his family, to his community, to the world, etc. So when you get into a relationship with a man, if you're operating from that place of I don't need you, it's going to come through your behaviors, through your actions. And that narrative, that story, is likely what pushes men away who want to lead.
Listen here. Oh, listen here. Could American culture have conditioned the majority of men to be chasers and fixers, which means the majority of men may have a societal, anxious, preoccupied attachment style when it comes to going after women? And could the reverse, their mirror? Could society have trained women to be dismissive, avoidant? How many times now? How many times? How many times have you been in a situation? The woman knew you liked her, right? Right? The woman knew you liked her, and you knew she wasn't really feeling you, but you kept showing up because maybe there was an opportunity, a chance. And were you breadcrumbed with every now and again a hello, a hi, or did you eat? Knowing she ain't really checking for you. But every now and again, you good? Hey, how you doing today? Oh, she spoke. Huh? I'm asking. Because it appears that there is a real problem here, and nobody is talking about it. If Carl Jung talked about the societal shadow, could this be one aspect of the societal shadow that men are conditioned to be fixers, protectors, providers, chasers? That's anxious, preoccupied. And a man is made by the acknowledgement of a woman. So that means the men in this society have a worthiness wound, and women know it. Uh-oh. Listen, I want to talk about it tonight. I don't. And now, I remember back in the day. Sure, you had to do a little work. Sure, you had to do a little work. You had to show up right. You had to take her to dinner. You had to be respectful. You had to pull the chair out. You had to go to a nice restaurant. It was all the thing. I get it. But after a while, and you showed some consistency, the young woman would soften. And it was love. And it was, hey, I like him. He's got a great personality. And then there's a connection, a spark. Now you're telling me there are people out here purposely performing nice or service, like if I give him whatever that wound was, and they're reading, I'm telling you now, they're reading Attached by Levine. They're reading John Bowlby, Mary Ainsworth. They're reading, and they're doing witchcraft. Listen, come on, man. They're out here performing the nurturer in order to be taken care of, because they know that there's a brokenness in men. It seems that we have callers. It seems that this topic has triggered the soul of folk. When we come forward, the voice of reason, I'm going to the phone line to see what the nation has to say. Simp hunters. Hell nah. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Hey, 2018, I get initiated into Ifa. 2018, I'm Ifa. So I'm studying Ifa, and Ifa is like, hey man, can't disrespect women. Nope. I'm reading all the apothekes and all the odus. I'm reading all the stories. Nope. No more disrespect. Then I start looking at my culture. I start listening to the music. I go, God damn, we've been disrespected for a long time. We've been acting a motherfucking fool for a long time. Then I look at society as a whole. I go, God damn, we're programmed by toxic society too. Damn, the toxic society produces the fucking toxic home. The toxic home produces the toxic individual. So then we turn and look at the woman and go, women ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. And then I'm telling the homie, hey, we can't do that. They say, oh, nigga, we saying we still gotta respect. I said, yes, still gotta respect them. They still represent an old, ancient energy, nigga, that's connected to God. You can't disrespect. But he was like, nigga, this is literally happening. I'm saying, look, what you got to do is pull the fuck back. You have to become indifferent. You got to pull the fuck back. Stop giving up your soul. Stop equating being accepted by wounded deities. Listen, by wounded deities, wounded gods. A man who predicates, listen, who predicates his self-worth on being accepted by a woman will accept a broken woman. It makes him feel like a man. I'm telling you, brother, step the fuck off. You got to step off. Once I started realizing, nigga, you leaking divinity. Fuck leaking divinity. No. Once I figured I got divinity leaking. Got you. Once I figured it out, society has made men anxious, preoccupied, and that's compounded if you're in a household with a parent that wasn't attuned to your fucking needs. You become a damn anxious, preoccupied from the home to society, and now you being preyed upon because you're self-unaware. Nigga, fuck all that. But you still can't disrespect. You got to disconnect over disrespect. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You got to disconnect over disrespect. Is any of this making sense? Tapped in. What up? My peoples is in the house. Attila, this is your topic. Attila, did I frame this shit right? Because I be sitting, waiting on my niece. My niece, I got your questions. I got your videos. Let me get the videos to you first now. And then here go your 5, 6 questions. And then I get to work. I be deconstructing my niece's questions. I be like, wait, hold the fuck. What the fuck? And then I have to go back, do some research. Is this what the fuck my niece talked? Then she send the video to me. I don't watch the shits. I just copy, send it to Andy. She got timestamps. Timestamps, and I said, because this shit real. Listen, a man, let's go with stereotypes. A man is a warrior, protector. Nigga, you ain't protected yourself. You open. You protect everybody else, but you ain't protected yourself. You'll protect your child or her child before you will protect your inner child. You will neglect your inner child to protect her child, her mom and them. All. This is the behind the scenes, by the way. Listen, don't call in here cussing. This is the behind the scenes. This is during the break. But do you understand what I'm saying? That y'all don't have to agree with everything I'm saying. Listen, if I'm on some bullshit, tell me I'm on some bullshit. Hit the like button, 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 hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. 60 people in here, only 43 likes. Let's go. We can't breathe. Y'all understand how disappointed I am? Just and I'm disappointed, but I'm also empathetic because I understand the masses of human beings are controlled puppets. You don't have a narrative. You ain't got a self narrative, nigga. Somebody told you you was a nigga and told you what nigga meant. I'm walking around with the Uncle Tom shirt on. Everybody stopping. You know what that means? Do you know what it means? Why would you be wearing Uncle Tom? Because you don't know the story. You went with the narrative. Man, I'll beat your ass for asking me about Uncle Tom, nigga. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm on what you on to? I'm the sun god, let me warm you. Out of massage, the Lord formed you. Love star, I was born to adorn you. Greatness is patience. The nature in communication, relating like cousins. Though we kissing though, love can be sick or medicinal. A doctor of it, got to love it. God body language, I be spitting while we touching. In your ear with something that ain't clear. On your inside it appear, so somehow you're here. I'm saying, I wanna stay inside. They say that I'm deep, I'ma go way inside of everything you are, cause everything you are is my love star.
Narcissists are all about manipulating you to meet their needs. Narcissists don't know how to love people, they just know how to use people. Now in their minds, they're being loving. Because they're giving, they're kind in the early days, but what they're really doing is grooming you. They're giving to get. They're playing a long game where I'll give till I've got their past their defenses and their guards, and they trust me, and then I'll get.
Pause it. I'm sorry. Don't listen. It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. You mean to tell me society, because we're so focused on technology, right? That spiritual stuff is woo woo and not real, right? It's woo woo. It's not really real, right? So we live in a society that's so toxic that it is producing a culture, men and women, of groomers. We're out here grooming each other through manipulation for what we didn't get from early childhood. Go ahead, finish it.
Give till I've got their past their defenses and their guards, and they trust me, and then I'll get. So that is the manipulation that happens inside of a narcissist. Now to help you understand that, when a person has a lot of shame deep down that they've never acknowledged, they're pretty sure that if people get to know them, nobody will ever want to meet their needs. So the only way they can get their needs met is not to express them, but to learn how to manipulate people to meet them.
Hey! And then if you study attachment theory, what are they saying in attachment theory? Anybody with an insecure attachment style has been conditioned since childhood to manipulate to get what they didn't get from their primary caregiver. So now we got something out here. My niece is wild. Her generation is gone. My niece's wife, she gave me this topic. Performative neediness then functions not only as a psychological adaptation, but as a relational currency in hustle culture's spiritual stock market. Babette Rothschild's trauma research reveals that the body remembers what the mind forgets. The body remembers is the name of the book. Go get it, go get it, go get it. If I learned early that my emotions overwhelmed my parents, I may perform sanitized versions of those feelings and emotions and expressions in adulthood to avoid rejection. Because the first person to reject me was the caregiver because they couldn't handle the full emotional spectrum of my expression. Like, I want to, no, 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 not in here. We don't do that here. What if your mama gave you the Black Panther, the T'Challa? No, no, we don't do that here. Huh? I'm your kid. It's not safe at the crib. Yes, it's not. If I internalize the idea that love means earning, not receiving, I may never risk authentic need, only the appearance of it. And in this transactional loop, care becomes code, love becomes leverage, and presence disappears beneath my immaculately curated performance. Oh, because this is the performance of my life. I have a chance to get what I didn't get in childhood. Oh, my goodness. Krishnamurti warned, to observe without evaluating marks the highest form of intelligence. Through E Prime's lens, we might translate this into I observe how I feel when my partner appears to need me, but I avoid labeling this as love. That's general semantics, right? It challenges us to unhook from identity fictions like I am the giver, and instead examine how such roles serve our survival needs. If I find identity in being indispensable, you think because you're the greatest provider in the world that she won't cheat or he won't cheat? Come on, man. Have I hidden my unworthiness behind my generosity? The inverse of that is, what if she's only with you for your generosity? You're pretty much not very interesting. You still deserve love, though. Oh, my God. We must also ask, who profits from this performance? As Pema Chodron, right, notes, compassion becomes real when we recognize our shared humanity. The book, When Things Fall Apart. Do you see that? Compassion becomes real when we recognize our shared humanity. Man, Zoe Williams been telling y'all forever. I've been saying it forever. You're with a whip, a work in process, a human being. We don't know how to be with human beings. We know how to be with end results. We date potential and we pray to God that the potential manifests because we're with you for the end result. Why do you think people are walking around here talking about this ain't what I signed up for? I thought you signed up for me. Oh, you're not worth that much. You're just in position to give me what I really want. Oh my God. We got callers on the line. Let's get him in here. Oh, no, no, no. Hold on. One more. Just one more, and then we going full out callers. And we're going to start with Baltimore. We got Baltimore, Dallas, Denver, and Hawaii on the line right now. When we come forward, callers all the time. My question though, are we cooking? Is the topic framed right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Are we tapped in? You is on it. No, because I want the feedback. I want to know. Because the way I frame the topics, the way I envision the topics, it's not from a space of I want to beat you up about it. It's not from the space I want to kick your ass over it. Right? It's more like, do you see? Do you see? Have you seen this? Have you experienced this? Have you engaged in this? That's the space I'm coming from. This is why I ask so many questions in the framework. We're using the Socratic method, right? You cultivate the answers, not me. You know, everything tastes better fried is crazy. And listen, if you're enjoying this episode, please support the channel. Please, please. There's a $sign down at the bottom of the super chat, or you can go to my Cash App. Send it to the Cash App. My Cash App is $Zowhatnetter. We don't ask for a whole bunch. We ask just for a little bit. If you got it, share it. If you got it, share it. Can my moderators please put my Cash App in the chat so people can see it? There it is, $Zowhatnetter. Can y'all spam it for 30 seconds? Just spam it so people can see it and identify with it. This is what we call the twos and fews. Just throw some twos and fews if you approve of the channel or the show, the content, the topic. All right, we got 5 people that have not hit the like button. Please hit the like button, share it. This is how we get into YouTube's algorithm. Oh, sorry. This is how we get into the algorithm. This is terrestrial radio. So if you're on the line, please, if I get you on the air, do not use profanity. This is a reality right here. The Breaks, my YouTube channel. But when I'm not on break and I'm live on the radio, terrestrial radio. What's said in here amongst us should not make it to terrestrial radio. This is us. This is the behind the scenes. This is my small community. All right? All right.
Why is it you so desperately want to be loved?
Because we're so desperately empty, lonely.
Would you say that loving on the whole is more important than being loved?
Yes, of course, obviously, which means one must understand this emptiness, this loneliness in oneself. So the question of love is really an extraordinary thing, because a mind that's frightened obviously cannot love.
Wait, hold on. We gonna play this Krishnamurti clip again. So I got to get to these callers, but we're gonna play this. Did you hear? A mind that is frightened obviously cannot love. You know how many people out there scared in their relationship right now? Oh, I love you, baby. No, you don't. You're performing that. You're just saying it because that's your line. You're reading lines in the bed with me. It's yours. I've always cared about you. You matter to me. You better say that, because if you don't, oh my God. Play it. Just
A mind that is self-concerned with its own ambitions, greeds, fears, guilt, suffering, and no capacity to love. A mind that is divided in itself, that lives in fragments, obviously cannot love.
come on, man. Divided in itself, the shadow versus the mask. Carl Jung, individuation, becoming whole. You know how many fragments are in long-term relationships right now? And people out here judging psychologists and clinicians because they might not be in a relationship, but they actually went to school and studied the science of relating. So maybe they're not in a relationship because they see the fragmentation in all the damn people around them. Oh, goodness. Let's get the callers in here. Andre, Baltimore, it's your time to shine. Holla at me.
Yo, Zo, can you hear me okay?
I can. What's the deal, bruh? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Yo, it's funny. So just to quantify, real quick, Zo, I just want to say, yo, bro, I've been following you since Foxhole days. Yo, I'm proud of you, bro. Okay. Great growth.
Thank you,
great
brother.
knowledge. Always spitting the truth, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And no profanity, as my engineer just reminded me.
No.
All right, we good.
Nah, I'm not going to do that. But yo, I was just talking. So professionally, I'm an accountant, and I'm also a certified life coach. And I was just having a conversation with some people at my job, and I had this concept where I call people posture predators.
Ooh.
We're in this space where everything is predatory. Everything has a predatory nature. Mm-hmm. And I said to a group of women, I said, well, what about y'all having y'all, you know, when a female cat is in heat, she put that tail up. Ooh. She postures herself to get what she needs, right? In that case, it's a physical reaction. But there's also posture predators running around, literally utilizing men's weakness for providing. Right? Our provision has been turned into a weakness.
Wow.
So now, as the female, I'm going to turn into a posture predator. I'm going to put myself in position around these men that I can see that they're longing for a true relationship. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to give them that. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to posture predator myself in his space so I can utilize his resources, his time, and his energy.
Wow.
And because I'm only posturing myself, I can do this again later on because it didn't take anything away from me.
I know you got more. Come on now, don't you cooking?
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go in.
Hey man, you in here now? You up in here? Come on, what we doing?
Yes, sir. And then to add to that, especially for black people, there's a historical context involved with this, right? Mm-hmm. So we were literally the backbone of how the country was built.
Right.
But in the same time, beaten to tell you ain't built nothing. And then lied to.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And the whole time our companion, who is the woman, is watching these processes.
Right.
Now, by contraindication, you cannot help but to absorb some of this negativity if you're a woman.
Right. Absolutely.
And by self-preservation as well.
Right. Yeah.
So later, we fast forward 550 some years later, she's utilizing the same tactics that the master used on the dang old field.
Eesh. Yes, but we got to see it as bi-directional because as black men, we have also incorporated a lot of toxicity because of that unhealed, unrequited, unacknowledged trauma, right? There's a lot of it still in us too, and we just have different adaptations, different methodologies of how we weaponize that unhealed brokenness towards each other. It's a mess, bro, but this is where we live.
Absolutely. And men are also, like you said, we flip the game and we become posture predators when we go get the Cadillac truck.
Come on.
All we wear is Jordan.
Come on.
When we get the new Gucci belt.
You got a $600 belt and you got a $600 belt and $200 in your account. But keep going.
Exactly. And then we also posture ourselves to make it seem like we got more than we really got.
Right.
Because the financial aspect is one thing, but the mental, social, and emotional aspect is a whole different ballgame.
Right.
So I'm going to pretend I got a lot by showing everything I got financially, but once you crack that seal and you get to me emotionally, a lot of these dudes turn out to be tricks. We had a song that...
Wait, hold on. Slow down, brother. Slow down.
Brother.
You trying to tell me that the car is bait? The belt is bait?
Absolutely. There are posture predators. That's why I came up with it. Because everybody they have a predatory nature to get what they need. But once you get them, and here's the way you expose posture predators. It's this simple. No is a complete sentence.
How about it?
So if you know you got a woman that you're kind of feeling like, man, she might be using me. There's going to come a time where she's going to need something from you. So she's going to posture predator her way into your space.
Flirt to convert.
And let her do her song. Let her do her song and dance.
Right.
After the dance is done, you close the curtain and tell her no.
Yes.
You'll see the real colors come out.
Yeah.
You will see the real colors. Those posture predators will reveal themselves every single time.
Wow. Come on, brother. You don't call enough, man. What in the world?
Yeah, I gotta start jumping in here more, man. I be listening to you, but I don't be jumping in. I gotta start jumping in here more.
You got to get up in here, brother. Guess what you just did, though?
What's that?
You brought Baltimore in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get Julian from Dallas, Texas up in here. Julian, what's cracking, brother?
What's cracking? Alafia, my brother.
Alafia. Tell me, man, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Man, it's hitting home all of the words and all of the concepts. So what the brother before said on the posture predators, I like to say it's weaponized entitlement. And aside from weaponized entitlement, we got men and women in today's culture basically battling ideals like Pokemon, trying to fix them against each other to see which one is going to battle them out based off of whatever needs they perceive that they want, and trying to get the other person to do the heavy lifting on whatever insecurities that they may have. And I experienced that recently.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that I experienced as of recent around a lot what he was saying, you learn a lot about a person based off of when you tell them no, the true colors come out.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times the relationship will start getting threatened, in my experience, based off of whether or not you're ready to perform or not.
Wait,
And
stop.
crazy,
Stop. You right there. What are you here for if you can't do what I need you to do? Didn't Iyanla Van Zant say the same thing? We have turned black men, or men in general, into human doings instead of human beings. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere, brother. Don't go nowhere. We on complete fire. When we come forward, the voice of reason. I'm going back to the phone lines. Hey, no, thank you, fam. And come in anytime. Decepticons. Yee yee. Hey. Oh, that town biz, man. Nas, Ernest, and John. I got 4 Cash Apps. I appreciate it, fam. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And let me tell you what I appreciate about you guys more than, the twos and fews on the Cash App. The fact that you're in here. Listen, we live in a society where you talk too deep, you talk about shit that's too real, motherfuckers will disconnect and drift off and be somewhere the fuck else. You understand what I'm saying? They will, Ernest, Naz, Lloyd, and John, right? If you're talking about something that's real, something that's actually triggering something, they will disconnect like Bart Simpson and be looking out the window. And you like getting it there, be like, huh? You're not even listening? So that's what I really respect and appreciate about y'all who are always in here on a daily basis. Sure, the Cash Apps, the Super Chats, it helps me personally. But what makes me feel good about it is y'all. Y'all be like, what that mean? Asking questions. I'm looking at some of the responses in the Super Chat, in the chat. I'll be listening. But what really matters, y'all be like, that was a bar. I'm listening while somebody is talking. Hey, he said this. Damn, she said that. Oh my God. Nikki from the SIP is cooking. Like, that means something.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become
No,
your
salute to you,
soulmate?
brother.
Does
Thank
black
you.
love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the child wasn't his, and you still had to play child support?
It's a very heated topic.
How is that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I was like, is this okay? Roll up there?
I'm pregnant. Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with the bad vibes routine. How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nips.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses. Yeah.
How do you write one so well?
So William,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
You make a valid point. Some people will absolutely validate my feelings into emotional hostage situations. Look, when I'm anxious about being left alone, I might pace or whine. But I don't tear up the house and then expect my human to just accept it because separation anxiety. There's still work involved. Training, routine changes, actually addressing the problem. But somehow we've created this culture where someone's dysregulation becomes your full-time job while their accountability becomes optional. Dr. Wendy Bancroft talks about how abusers weaponize victimhood, using their emotional states to control and manipulate while avoiding responsibility for their behavior. Here's the pattern. They have a moment. You try to validate and soothe them. They lash out, blame, or throw accusations at you. Then later it's, I was just overwhelmed. You know how I get. If you even get that much. Then rinse, repeat, until you're walking on eggshells made of their feelings. Real talk. Feelings are valid, but behavior during those feelings don't get automatically excused. If someone consistently hurts you when they're dysregulated and expects endless patience without doing their own work, that's not emotional sensitivity. That's emotional terrorism. Next time they're triggered, notice if you feel scared instead of compassionate. Notice if their healing always requires your sacrifice. Notice if you're not allowed to have your own emotional reactions because theirs take up all the oxygen. Your empathy isn't supposed to come with bruises. Stop confusing someone's emotional intensity with emotional intelligence. Sometimes the person who needs the most grace is the one giving too much of it away.
Hey, this is the second hour of the Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580, and that's a cartoon. That's Dogman. Dogman come in here and goes in the studio. He just go in the studio and he just dump right in the studio. That's how fire what he's talking about is, man. Listen, the Voice of Reason, we're talking about something, man. Performative neediness. This is crazy. Performative neediness. And this is, of course, this is a layered and nuanced discussion. But the clip that we just played, the Dogman, right? Literally a cartoon, right? Drop in psychological jewels. Love it, right? But he talked about compassion. And I'm going to go back to Pema Chodron, right? Compassion becomes real when we recognize our shared humanity. This is episode 3 of our hustle culture series, the hustle culture within intimate relationships. Maybe 3 weeks ago, we did the spiritual purpose of relating. The reason why we did the spiritual purpose of relating is because from my mind, I'm trying to get you to aspire to a higher type of relating. I don't give a damn who talking. Cam Newton, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Everything is trauma-based. Everything is drama-based. I don't care who got a relationship show. Nick Cannon. Everybody on the drama side of it. Because content is king. I get it. I respect the hustle. But if we're talking real work, we have to expose the roaches under the silverware in the drawer, under the silverware drawer. You understand? We got to expose the vermin in the house. We got to do that. So we do series like this, the hustle series, how hurt people learn to hustle love or attention or connection. Do you understand what I'm saying? The other series was to say, yo, this is relationships' true purpose. But if I'm being honest, this series is more in alignment with what people are on. Let me give you a perfect example. We got full phone lines right now as if I got a psychic on. No, people are resonating and relating from where they are. On the spirit stuff, people was quiet as a church mouse. No. You're not finna get me in here and exposing my shadow and wounds and all. These phone lines from all over the country crazy right now. Here I am. Hey, this is how you get in a relationship and learn how to deal with a whip. You know how many people have thrown people away like narcissists, have discarded them only to find out their true worth after they have gone down the trash compactor, the spiritual trash compactor? You know how many people have done that? And will stay with the other, moved on. They done moved, they gone. Boy, if you could see inside the minds of these folk. Imagine how they ruminate and remember and think and pine quietly with their new boo. The ego won't allow them to say, I made the wrong choice. I made a mistake. I see things differently. No! You just start over. Do you see? That's why these series are so important. Tonight, we're talking about cognitive codependency. You mean somebody's out here faking being codependent because they know you need to be needed? And this is how they extrapolate resources? Come on. It's a real thing. But I'll tell you this, compassion without boundaries often masks internalized neglect. I'll do for you, but I won't do for me. I'll take care of your kids, but I won't deal with my inner child. I'm a deadbeat dad to my inner child, but I'm there for your child or our child. I'm there for your wounds. I'm there to support you because I need to be, oh, Lord. Codependency in this sense does not express care. It reveals a chronic disconnection from self. Nancy L. Johnston writes, Codependents feel responsible for others' feelings because they believe no one ever truly held theirs. Learn how to disentangle. In other words, we need to be needed, or the need to be needed arises when we distrust our right to simply exist. Unperformed. You can't be in a relationship today unperformed. Raw, as you really are. You can't. You got a code switch in your bedroom. That's why when you come to the cigar lounge, you talk different. And when you bring her to the cigar lounge, you talk different. Listen, come on. Listen now. You know how many people told me, hey man, I bought your book, but I'm not gonna read it because our relationship is good. We don't need it right now. I said, why you say that? Oh, because it's a breakup book. I said, it's not a breakup book. Look, the relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship. I said, it's a breakup, makeup, and wake up book. You should read it while you're good. Oh, no, we straight, but I supported you though. Yeah. And then when the relationship goes sideways, hey, Zo, you can't, help me out. Come on, man. In other words, the need to be needed arises when we distrust our right to simply exist, unperformed. So when Miss Codependent broadcasts neediness, she offers herself as both product and proof. If you need me, I must matter. And when her partner responds by overfunctioning, brothers, you know this, he confirms his value by doing, not being. The seduction of this holographic, intimate loop lies not in love, but in mutual self-avoidance. Performative healing replaces presence with a little polish. You see, I got my yoga mat. You see, I have these special yoga pants, and I have some Buddhist prayer beads, and yes, I'm healing by doing something. Healing only comes by way of being. And you ain't never been yourself truly, unapologetically, as we say here at KBLA. You've never been yourself unapologetically. You, as you are, unperformed, unrehearsed, no strategy, the truth, psychologically nude. You've never been that. You say you saw me down. I learned downward dog. Yes, you knew downward dog before you even did yoga. You're a pro at downward dog. It just wasn't called downward. Listen now. Performative care replaces intimacy and obligation, well, with obligation. Performative care replaces intimacy with obligation. Performative need replaces sovereignty with seduction. As Thomas Campbell asserts, love requires the dissolution of the ego, not its validation. If your ego is in control, be honest in this moment right now. You're a user, you're a manipulator, you're a liar. I've been there. My ego has been in the driver's seat for most of my life. I've been there. Do you understand? I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm here to I will lead with me. I've been there. But I'm telling you, man, there's something better. The real you is way better than the intimate thespian you parade out onto the stage of intimate relating. My caller's on the line. I want to get back and get his final thought because he was cooking. Brother, get in here, man. Get in here. What are your final thoughts on this thing, man?
Man, I wanted to speak to the core of a lot of what we got going on in this whole circumstance, and that would have to be entitlement and expectations. One of the biggest things that I try to converse when it comes to this is we often at times in relationships lead with expectations and entitlement, and that in and of itself displaces you from the abundant energy of the creator. And when you're dealing with that in another person, it'll disrupt the God in you and push you away from them. And a lot of times people aren't aware of that. And it's probably one of the biggest fundamental flaws in how we relate to each other, because we go in with a painted picture that we feel should go, and that's not necessarily what it is, and we often miss out on a better experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The most effective exorcism you could ever perform is healing from within. The demons in them people, their face start twisting up. They start throwing up. They get sick around you. Listen, man. Do you understand me? when you start healing, that's when their demons get irritated. Go ahead.
Yeah, they become toddlers, and what they don't know is the more they throw tantrum in what they're not getting, it's pushing them away from the experience that they want. In the same way, when you try to work within a space of manifestation, that same energy puts you away from your purpose and whatever is there for you. So what's crazy, a lot of us in this space preach about this manifestation talk, but we don't bring that same thing to the table in how we relate to each other, and we miss out on both ends.
Right. Hey, brother, let me just say this, man. I love the fact that you called in. You got to call in more. But guess what you just did?
What's that?
Y'all, the new callers, we got to tell the new callers. So when I say, guess what you just did, you say you brought whatever city you represent into the building. So let's do it again.
We brought Triple D into the building.
Come on, Dallas, Texas. Let's get it, man. Come on. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going straight to Denver, Colorado. Hey, yo. This that one right here. This that one. What up, Ashley? This that one. Hey, if you guys want to support the show, thank you, John Gilbreth, for being the only super chatter tonight. 78 minutes in. John Gilbreth is the only one that gave us a super chat on the YouTube channel. Thank you. But I would prefer if you guys want to give me something, put it on my Cash App. I'd appreciate it. My Cash App is $WhatNetter. I hope you guys are enjoying this show as much as I do, because I'm one of my biggest critics when it comes to framing these things. Me and Attila, we go back and forth. I'll be rambling a lot of times. I'll be like, Attila, take it all down. Just take everything down. Don't leave nothing out. Attila will be like, but I want to go in this direction. And then I say, add it all. Put it all in there. So, yeah. It is a stream of consciousness for sure. That's what's wrong with me. I got it. I done fucked up. Damn it. That's what's wrong. So, over the past weekend, I went to get all my kidney detox and bladder, liver, pancreas, all that, right? Went to go get the detox situation. Dude gave me some like little energy package. He was like, you take just a little of this shit, Zo. Don't use this whole motherfucking package. I use a little more than just a pinch.
It's right there.
As I'm sure so many of you already know, I'm not saying anything new here, are the afflictive or negative emotions that lie within our mind stream. That is our greed and grasping. Our attachment is a big problem for us because it makes us grasp and cling and fear loss. We tend to solidify everything and want things to stay how they are, people to stay how they are, everything to stay, if it is pleasant for us at least, that it will remain forever. And of course, everything is changing, everything is impermanent. So the very fact of our clinging creates stress. Because in our hearts, we know we cannot hold on forever. So
Our clinging. Our clinging creates the stress. Come on. That's Tenzin. Let her finish.
Everything to stay, if it is pleasant for us at least, that it will remain forever. And of course, everything is changing, everything is impermanent. So the very fact of our clinging creates stress. Because in our hearts, we know we cannot hold on forever. So it's not the objects, it's not the...
Man, that's Tenzin, man. Tenzin. She be cooking on the Buddhist Zen side of the game. Listen, I'm bringing all types of resources. If you're paying attention, I'm mentioning books. There's all types of speakers and world thought leaders on this internal revolution that must happen. And listen, that's what this relationship stuff is about. It's not about the other. It's about you. This is what you're bringing to the table, lady who started the show. I bring nothing to the table. Yes, you do. Bring all types of little spiritual, ugly little goblins with you, just based on what you said. You bring in a goblin. I don't want no goblins in my relationship. Whoever that lady was. I don't bring nothing. Callie Soul, get up in here, child. I need some healing now. Come on.
Hello.
What are your thoughts?
Performative codependency, sir.
Come on. We out here. We out here
Well,
pushing the
y'all
envelope.
did it. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. So, I have, since about 12 years old, pressed upon the universe with such expectancy
Mm-hmm.
and gratitude and humbleness that my flow stays flowing.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's definitely also been moments of lower vibration thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought about performative codependence.
Talk to us, sister. Come on.
I want some gifts. I want some vacations. I want my rent paid. I want my mortgage paid. I want my car note paid. I want a new purse.
Ooh.
Maybe I should vibrate lower and act like I don't have enough.
Mm. Mm.
Like I need some things. As Corey say, let me throw in this little $200 to see how hopeful they look. And that's sad.
Mm.
And I thank goodness that I've been able to set my ego down and remind her that if all my blessings flow from God, who's providing for us all,
Mm-hmm.
why would I turn my attention to man to become my provider? That's going to mess up my flow.
Ooh, come on. I hear you, though. Come on. I'm listening.
He can't give me parking space blessings. Everywhere I go, I park in the front, in VIP. That's God.
Mm.
That ain't man.
Mm.
And like I said, have I thought about it? Oh, absolutely. Because I've obviously having the lower vibration myself, manifested some low vibration folks. It's like, oh, have you been to Hawaii yet? Yes, I've been to Hawaii. Oh, have you been here? Oh, is there a place you haven't been? Where can I take you? And it's like, well, what do it matter where I've been? If I ain't been there with you yet, let's go. But people in their insecurity showing up, and that's what would make you want to join up with your ego and get the performance, get the salt suit, act like you ain't got nothing. Huh?
Yeah, I hear you now. It's a struggle over here, sir. If you about if you
not a good idea, because like I said, you're gonna mess up your flow doing that. Now, to some people, that the temporary monetary things that they get might fool them. The carrot dangling might fool them, but again, like, this is chump change.
Wait.
Compared to
Kelly.
what I get.
Callie, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. In the name of sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce, we're on complete fire tonight. When we come forward, we're gonna go back to Denver. We're gonna get Callie Soul's final thoughts. We got South Central Los Angeles, New Jersey, Mountain View, Hawaii, and Houston, Texas, all up next. Trust me, the people wanna talk. Let's get it. I need that water. What's up, sir? All right.
Relationships got you confused. Some straight talk. This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of Lisa Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You still getting all my scripts, right? Thank you, bro. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Oh, that damn water. I got to bring it down. I got to bring a gallon up in there, empty gallon. Lord have mercy. This water. You know, water so when it's cold, water so good, take your breath away a little bit. You just gasping a little bit for it. That water good as hell. Yeah, damn. Yeah, that was wild. I just hear you.
Interrogate the theological and symbolic meanings embedded in our society. I promise to leverage my knowledge of history and theology in both international and domestic issues to imagine an inclusive vision for the future.
I want to thank everybody for the likes.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of
And don't forget, you can go to my Cash App and drop $2 or $3. Don't forget.
weekdays at 12 noon, right after Tavis Smiley, for 2 hours.
John, you're up next after Callie. I'm going in order. Then Attila, then Najee. No, then JW.
Tired of pretty gyms with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where
I was at Huff and Puff today, though. I was at Huff and Puff today.
this ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, puff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
What we talking about, y'all? Everybody's still in here. Where's I'm staying on point. You know I'm staying on point. Miss, I'm staying on point. Where are you? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic? Here. You enjoying it? Does it resonate? Come on, Suge Mac 510. Come on. Oxtails and rice. Ooh, I would love some oxtails right now. But I can't eat it. I done took this damn fitness shit kind of serious. I done changed my diet. No more sodas. Thank you, Attila. Let me tell you something. You come in here sideways, your little message is gonna get snatched up quick. We got many. What up, big bro? Hey, what up, Nelson? We got many moderators in here that ain't playing.
Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey Andy, is it me or did this thing get up out of here? This show got up out of here quick.
Show me some love, listen. And I'm not talking about the fake hugs. 15 years, a lot of love is missing. I can already show I'm not above this. I'ma take what I'm old, won't wait till I'm old. Game got rules, we got break in the code. Y'all don't really think I could be hot in the club. I think I'm washed up like a yacht in the tub, but I'm keeping it poppin', the streets watching. I'm keeping them locked in the beat knocking. Get me coming with this song that I brought in. Daddy O told me this when I was a youngin'.
Master Ace.
That's why we choose it. The world just can't refuse it. This shit is underground like a gopher. Show a little love or it's over.
The factor of codependency is not that you always need someone in your life. The actual factor of what really creates codependency is you continually choose people who you think are more of an answer to your life than your inner child. And choosing those people, you bury your inner child. You start to get more stuck to what they think, what they're doing, if they leave, all these different things.
Wait,
and the ironic
pause that and bring it back to the top. Do you hear what he's? You choose people that you think are more of an answer to your life than your inner child. Christ, play it again. Kyle.
The factor of codependency is not that you always need someone in your life. The actual factor of what really creates codependency is you continually choose people who you think are more of an answer to your life than your inner child. And in choosing those people, you bury your inner child. You start to get more stuck to what they think, what they're doing, if they leave, all these different things. And the ironic thing is if those people left, you'd finally see your inner child. But the real factor is who you're choosing. Because you could choose to enter a relationship with someone who equally sees their inner child and your inner child and cares about your needs equally. But if you choose someone who doesn't, then they are your assistant in burying your inner child. And that's where codependency comes from. They're the answer to everything. If they leave, you're so sad. But really, if they leave, you just see your inner child. But if you choose people, friends or partners in your life who also see you as much as they see themselves, you won't be codependent.
Wow, Kyle, cease and desist, Kyle. He's shooting. Hey, I love that kind of heat. Hey, this is the voice of reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580. Tonight's topic has been out of this world. We got callers jam-packed. Let's get them back in here. Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado. Please give us your final thought on tonight's topic.
So I had to bring this over here. You spoke about leaking divinity.
Ooh.
And when we love on ourselves, when we turn within and allow the love that's already within us to flow out, and we love on ourselves, we teach others how to love us.
Right.
And when you start turning and looking outside of yourself to other people and things to gratify you, then that's when you get the leak in that divinity, and you start looking for other people to plug those holes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love it. I love it.
Appreciate tonight's topic.
I love it, and I love you, child. Now tell me, come on, what did you just do?
About Denver in the hills.
Denver, Colorado is in the house. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is follow the protocol. 1-800-920-1580. Come on, let's keep the calls coming.
Greetings and blessings, Chad. Greetings and blessings to all of the sound of my voice. This subject right here.
This right here? This right here, right here?
Let us not cuss, but oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh Well, again, to reflect on our performance side of the game, I too, yes, fly some in their special towel, get their soap for them. Been there, done that. I produce T-shirts. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about the healed side of it. Because again, yes, we have talked about all of the stuff that we have experienced in our lives. But when you get to the point to where even God himself shows other people and your enemies that you deserve the love, how many times do you have police officers apologize to you for giving you tickets? Who has ever went out of their way to buy something for you and they was thinking of you when they did it, but you didn't know they was thinking of you? In other words, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and that table y'all continue to sit at, bringing the wrong tools to this jury.
Wow.
You've already been pushed out of the chair too many times. Don't capitulate. Get away from it. Choose you.
Right. Me and my inner child, we finna take our ball and go home.
Well, me and my inner child are playing in the heavenlies and in the presence of the holiest.
I love that.
I love all of y'all, but this is where y'all need to be. I'm done.
Hey, man, guess what you just did, Pastor John?
Mountain Viewers in the house, blessings to all. Get on this side of the fence, y'all. Let's go.
Come on, come on. The phone lines are cracking. Hey, you already know what I got to do. My niece is here. Attila, Houston, Texas. You know you put this thing together. You know what you... Come on now. Come on. What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna hurt some feelings.
Go ahead.
Who'd you pick?
Go ahead. Go. Let me get out the way. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm gonna be real quick because I know we don't have that much time. But let me just say, you know, when we're talking about the convergence of the performative care and the codependency, that's that ideal match for that corporate partner. And let me just be clear: this topic is not a requiem for men's egos. Okay. If anything, it's more of a destruction of the ideal masculinity that you may have in your head based on your conditioning.
Ooh, you calling masculinity to the floor. Huh. Masculinity is self-warrior, right? I have to go inside and conquer all my demons. That's the highest level of masculinity or femininity even. But we've turned it into performance? Is that what you're saying? Masculinity is now just a show?
I'm saying that this dynamic allows for the corporate relator, let's say it's a man, to continue the facade that he is esteemed. Well, look at my woman. Look at my lady.
You saying she's a trophy now? Come on.
She's a trophy, she's a pony, she's a car, she is whatever she is. And let's just say the first lady that you love so much, that is Shira 7. And I think she does an excellent job of essentially handing men's egos to them. And I think that's why a lot of them do not like her. Do I agree with her methods? No, but I think it's brilliant because it's a very clever way of essentially saying, I'm going to admit to you what I'm doing. Now pay up.
Wow. I'm psychological chattel for a fee. Psychological sharecropping is what's... Okay, cool. Keep going. I'm listening. I'm listening.
And so I think that when we're unhealed, right, we're finding our identity in being needed because we don't really see the value in being ourselves, right? And so I think the reason why the whole performing neediness thing is profitable is because people are willing to pay for the image and the facade because that's a lot easier than doing the hard work that it takes to have the actual thing that you want. Right?
So this is like the
Matrix with the state.
So I was about to say this is like the real version of what AI is about to provide.
I believe so.
Wow.
I believe so. I believe it's going to be so hard for us to really tell when certain things being presented to us are actually fraudulent. And I think in terms of relationships, when you're talking about conditioning, it creates that same environment where it becomes hard for you to tell that, you know, the how do I say, the so-called need or the so-called coquette or whatever the case, whatever's being offered to you, it is hard for you to tell whether or not it's fraudulent, because the truth is you don't even know if you are real. You have not tapped into that.
Oh Lord. Okay, Bees. You they done had enough. You fried them up enough.
Well, you know.
Guess what you just did?
How about Houston in the building?
Houston, Texas. Hey man, Texas is always showing out. Where your city? Where your town? All you gotta do is call me 1-800-920-1580 when we come forward. New Jersey, and then we coming back home to South Central Los Angeles. Attila cooking up. We got one more Cash App. We got one more Cash App. Julian. Thank you. And like I said, if you guys want to support, if you feel like this topic is worth it, the content is worth it, please support. We're not asking for a lot. Twos and fews is what we call it. My Cash App is $Zoe What Netter. Support right now if you're enjoying tonight's show. And I just love the fact that sisters are calling in and sisters are sharing their thoughts. Of course, we get sisters all the time. Attila, Cali Soul, of course, Nikki from the SIP. Of course, I'm staying on point. And many others. Hey, you know, I miss Nzinga. Where is Nzinga? Yeah, even Pensacola, that's Nzinga. I'm drawing a blank. Somebody help me. Saw other Florida. She's here all the time. Pretty Brown Mimi. You know, I love it when the sisters call in and share their thoughts. Hey, and this show be flying. We got 10 minutes. Hey, my playlist is my co-host. You already know what it is. The VOR, the Voice of Reason, live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what I do. Some of the most riveting, triggering, controversial, provocative relationship topics in the world happen right here. Right? Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you already know, I got callers. Gotta get them in. Who's been on the longest? JW, South Central Los Angeles. You know we're up against the clock, J-Dub. But
yes, sir. Amen. Praise God, man. I'm just glad I had a chance to be able to give God the glory, but especially what I have to say. I hate to talk fast because I have to fireman's water hose to the notice, but I got to listen to it, cutting, picking straw.
okay.
Okay. Anyway, as I was about to say, man, I have to recollect back to, I think, the first year when Somebody had his radio station, or the beginning of the second year. At that time frame, I believe I was going between two different phones. One was a government phone and just a good phone like I have now. And you inadvertently made a reference to somebody, some people online that was joking about me, or whatever it was. But the topic I was referring to at that point in time, or directly after that, was when I was in high school in '74. I was talking about how I observed They was playing themselves and being, what's the word the other brother said? They were, I can't think of the word right now, but because I'm not moving too quick, but they was playing themselves, so I'm going to use that term. They was using tools and things of that nature just to catch beautiful women or make themselves feel better than what they were, because that's how they can entrap a woman to get what they want out of that particular female. So that behavior's been happening for a long time, and then it goes beyond that because I had made a reference before that about how back in my grandmother's time frame, they had the honeydew, or they're making
The honeydew list. Yes, the honeydew list.
you got
Gotcha.
that part. So this perspective mindset originated years ago, and it has probably morphed and developed and became more weaponized. Currently, where these younger people have been able to use it as a weapon in terms of making come up on it. You know, I mentioned the Nika Marie deep discussions for you several times. I think in first year I haven't paid attention to her since pandemic. That's when I first got online and started really checking out these things online with Kenneth Singer. But anyway, yeah, man. You got these new modern, what's the term she used? Modern, something robotic. Anyway, they're not real women. Okay, so
No, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Right. So they're not conventional, or what's the other word? Not conventional. Like old-fashioned. I forgot the term they use. You know, so not the old-fashioned woman or whatever.
Trad wives. Yes.
Well, okay. Well, this anyway, you know, conventional or whatever. But anyway, yeah. Back to another part of the subject matter. I found myself trying to, I guess, measure up to family members because I guess I was fluctuating between trying to meet their approval or whatever, but then I was being myself in a moment of being who I am, being genuine, being real, being myself and I seen the pushback when I was expressing myself as who I am and didn't care how they feel about it, and in reference to the division of me, how I'm always taking care of all the women in my family because even I told you about my cousins, she just graduated, I told you being a psychologist, and even alluded to how your value was, but you like a daddy, an uncle, a father. Yes, sir, I got it.
We love you though, J Dub. J Dub.
We try to use that old term, you know. Wow, yeah, because you were a conventional man like Judge Joe Brown, you know, want to protect the women and blah blah blah.
All right, J Dub. I love you, brother. We got to go, man. But guess what? There's always tomorrow. Call in. We'll get you in early, man. All right. Najee from New Jersey. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Today's topic, your niece, man, she be calling me to the floor.
She be taking you to the You on speakerphone, Najee?
No, hold on, because you know what, I'm in the...
Yeah, come on, man.
Do I sound better?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to speak.
All right.
Because I was in the... Okay, so listen, man, last week for me, embodied this whole topic. You know what I'm saying? So my past and my present collided. You know, my grandmother passed away, and that brought me back to my childhood. My present situation of me performing, you know what I'm saying, me thinking that, you know, using these toxic relationship guru terms like intentional. I think I'm being intentional. You know, I'm performing. I'm on the floor. But me being on the floor, me not getting what I want, even though that I'm giving. Hey, what's going on? I'm going through something. I'm trying to fix it for. Hey, you know, I'm having a rough day. I'm setting dinner dates. But in the end, I'm saying, but I'm still unfulfilled because I feel like I'm doing this, but I'm not getting what I want. So I'm like, okay, why am I feeling this way and why I'm doing this? Then bam, my grandmother passed away. Now I'm right back to my childhood. I'm right back to my first mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm right back to the day when my grandmother left, who was my first mother, got married, left me in a household with a teenage mother who wasn't willing, that did the best she can do, but wasn't as tentative and loving as my grandmother. So I'm like, here I am again. I'm repeating the cycle of performing. But what I did was, I didn't really get mad at this particular woman that I was dealing with. I had to basically sit back and deal with the core root. And back to your terms, ain't just preoccupied, the chaser. Right back chaser.
Worthiness wound. Yeah.
Worthiness wound. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. Look what I can do for you. Look at the love I'm giving you. Look. I'm right back there. And I remember a show that you said about Be the Block. So I'm upset with this woman. I set up a birthday date with her, and she couldn't do it. She canceled, and I was that 5-year-old child again when my grandmother left. I was right back there. You know what I'm saying? And I went on Instagram. I blocked her on my phone. I blocked her on Instagram, and then I sat back and I said, "What in the hell am I doing? What am I doing?" It's like, what am I doing? You claim that you're doing this for this woman for this particular reason, but you're lying.
You're lying
to yourself.
Ooh.
You want something out of this? Stop lying.
Stop lying.
Stop lying. You know what I'm saying? So, putting my grandmother to rest, having a core support system, and also having a Zoe Williams show, I worked through it. You know what I'm saying? So so I unblocked the woman. I contacted her. And I let her know, hey, listen, I'm going through something right now. If you said you couldn't make this arrangement, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And I dealt with myself. But what I did was, something in me was saying, pull back, stop chasing, stop performing. And today I made that decision. And I stopped performing, but not performing in the sense where I'm blaming the woman. The buck stops here. Gotcha.
No, it's just that we got 60 seconds left and you cooking though. I love you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. But please call back tomorrow, man. Call back tomorrow because it's the final episode of this relationship hustle series, man. So call back. When I say I care, do I describe presence or perform a transaction? Listen, I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. All I do is start the conversations. It's really up to you to finish them. JW from South Central, you already know we love you. Call back tomorrow, and we'll talk to you too, man. Call early so we can get you in so you can get your thought on. All right? Love y'all. Deuces. Hot show, fire show, dope show. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow with another one. All right? Deuces.